But is there something about our way of life that we want to give up for good? I'll give you an example from my own life. The Lent of 1985. I've been ordained a priest almost 43 years. When I was in the seminary, it was so easy to say your prayers every day. Well, it was pretty regimented. Morning prayer, 7:30 in the morning, everybody had to be there. And we went off to class and so on. Time in the afternoon for prayer. In the evening, we would have mass before dinner, and then we would be back in the chapel after supper to pray for the alumni and to sing a hymn to Mary. We used to call it the hymn to her. Our prayer life was basically regimented for us, and it was easy. They're trying to ingrain in us good habits. But after I was ordained and on my own, the only thing that was fixed in the schedule was the daily mass in the parish. Everything else was up to me. Now, at ordination, we make a promise to pray certain prayers called the Liturgy of the Hours. Always did that, all through those years. But I wasn't very faithful to giving God a lot of good time. I was trying to fit God in between this thing or that thing, or come to the end of the day and say, well, Lord, I didn't have more time for prayer today. So it was the Lent of 1985, after almost 4 years of ordination, that I said, I've got to change my life. I've actually got to change my habits so that I can pray better. So I made the decision to go to bed at a decent time at night so I could get myself out of bed in the morning at a decent time. I started getting up at 6 a.m. so I could give the first hour to God. I had to say goodbye to Johnny Carson and Dick Cavett. For those who don't know them, late night television shows. So that I could say hello to God first thing in the morning. And to make it pleasurable, I always made coffee for Jesus and me. Always 2 cups. He never drank his, so I had to have both. But it's something that I came to look forward to. And something that I realized not only made me a better Christian, a better person, and a better priest. A change that helped me to grow more in love with God, to learn more about God's Word, and giving me time to meditate in the Scriptures. Oh, I always prepared the homilies. There's all kinds of parts of the Bible that I never read. But beginning that Lent, it changed my life. So it's an opportunity. It's just one example that I can offer. An opportunity for all of us to reflect on, how do I live my life in fidelity to the 10 Commandments? What areas of my life can be changed this year for good? And how do I see this as an opportunity to grow closer to Jesus? May our prayer in this Eucharist be that God will give us the wisdom to know what needs to be changed and the strength to carry it out.